So it begins.
Files accessed. Transfer of data complete. Commencing.
Ladies, gentlemen, and invited magical beasts, woo! We are the Red Shirt Geeks.
Red Shirt Geeks!
Shoot the proton torpedoes like the... Make us go that way.
Red Shirt Geeks!
Very bad feeling about it.
Shut up, Wesley.
Red Shirt Geeks!
Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Red Shirt Geeks!
Hide behind the mound. Dead Barnes.
Make it so.
Red Shirt Geeks!
I'm Lars Di, the pseudo-Kiwi.
I'm the bronchiatic Patrick M.
And I am Jason, formerly fired.
Again?
Wait a minute.
No, formerly.
Fire you last time?
Yeah, that's what I was formerly fired. Doing a throwback.
Okay. I've been coughing too much to remember anything for the last month.
I think he coughed all his memories of the last episode out. That's okay.
That's probably a good thing. That way you don't hate me as much. Like last time we were ripping on DC's Legends of Who Gives a Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. And I actually had to watch it Thursday because of the damn crossover event.
Oh, you break my heart.
It looks like they fixed the problems that they had with the first season, so oh well. I'll have to give it a try.
Oh, now I might have to actually give it a try. Come on, guys. Seriously. Anyways, this episode is about a review of the new Harry Potter prequel, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Technically, it's not a prequel. It's just a new movie set in the same universe.
Okay.
Just in the past.
No real ties, except for Albus Dumbledore and Hogwarts and Lestrange.
So, not a prequel?
Yeah.
A past movie
Technically
set
not a
in the
prequel.
same universe.
Yes.
Seriously, come on, it doesn't happen. And we'll also be talking about the wider Potterverse and where this movie kind of fits into things.
And I'll prove how much of a Potter geek I really am, which is sad.
Yeah, seeing as you're wearing a shirt, I'm guessing from Loot Crate.
Yep, I got the Makusa shirt from Loot Crate, and it's awesome. Ta-da! Jason hasn't seen this yet, so I will show him, and then I'll show my tits.
I was going to say, he's probably trying not to look at your nipples. So, okay, just so everybody who's listening to this knows just how close to the wire we're playing this one, both Patrick and I saw this movie just mere 2 and some change hours before the recording of this episode. Jason, of course, being the one who actually got to the movie before last week.
Wednesday, I think, yeah.
Well, that's
I was trying not to cough during the entire movie, so
there you go.
This was the best day so far to do it.
Yeah, I keep telling Patrick he needs to cut back on his cigarette smoking, but, well, actually, I lit him on fire once, and anyways, terrible joke. But anyways, so what we're talking about is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the new Potterverse movie. How's that? Is that better, guys?
Works for me.
That works.
Starring Eddie Redmayne.
Yay.
And Colin Farrell.
Ooh.
And there's a few others in there but those are the 2 big ticket names on the movie.
So I gotta say, I am curious though. Is that his actual name or is that his stage name because he was a ginger? Redmayne.
All right, I'm ending this episode. You're fired.
Nope, give a name. I can tell you that much right now because I'm good at what I do. So there, you're fired again. Twice.
It's like just now, I imagine Patrick holding up like the sword of Grayskull, saying, "I have the Google."
Actually, I am DB because I'm good.
Oh,
and the coughing fit.
Wow. See, what am I doing this episode? Okay, because you guys are just correcting everything I say.
That's what I do.
I mean, I'm gonna start saying the sky is blue. You guys are like, no, it's not. It's brown.
Actually, it's pretty much black because it's night. So.
Oh, I swear to God, I'm gonna stab you in the neck. So, in this Potterverse movie,
Stabcock.
Oh no!
We're back there.
Nope, we're not. In this Potterverse movie, we follow the exploits of a British wizard who is in America for some research and whatnot.
A birthday present, I think.
Right? He said that he was a birthday present. What he told somebody else, he told Tina, was that he was looking for a breeder. And of course, with the revelation later on, once they get inside the case, and by the way, before we talk about this, sorry, spoiler alert, huge spoiler alert.
Lots of spoilers.
Yeah, this is a spoilerific review, okay? All right.
You might need to obliviate yourself afterward.
Awesome.
Did we fire you?
Yeah, you're fired 5 more times.
If you keep it up, we're going to fire you out of a cannon.
Does this involve Mexico and a large wall? Oh, wait. Never mind.
No, they haven't paid for it yet.
Oh, yeah.
So as we get further into the story and we actually see what's inside the case properly, we also find out that the main character, Newt, is actually trying to return one of the beasts to the Arizona desert.
A thunder chicken. Oh, no, Thunderbird. Sorry.
Thunder chicken would be awesome. Seriously. So, we've all seen this now. Let's start with Jason. What's your general opinion on the movie?
Oh, I thought it was fantastic. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen, anything from the Potterverse at all, and I do have my sister's copy of the book, but my other sister, the new book, The Cursed Child, but my other sister said it was not great because it's just a script with hard covers and not written as fiction type, so I was a little iffy about reading it, but I'll get there eventually. But for the movie's sake, though, I really enjoyed myself. That was great.
Side note, I think they got the script for the new movie out too, in book form. So more reading. Now, I would say it's not as good as you making it, but it was definitely a good movie. It was definitely worth seeing in the theater. The big weakness of the movie is it does take a lot, and unless you're really sucked into the Potterverse, it can kind of drag and have a lot of conversations and stuff. But especially people who started with the first Harry Potter movie, which was a 2.5-hour movie that little kids sat through, you like all that detail, that slow reveal, and all these little things happening, and then entire scenes which is just zooming around and watching the Wizarding World work.
So with the first Harry Potter movie, books, so on and so forth, you actually had to get introduced to this new world of magic and wizardry and such like that. So everything felt new, and you were exploring it, and it was fun, and it was exciting. Well, now that we're, 8 Harry Potter movies in, and now a Potterverse early movie, we're 9 movies into the franchise, and most people who are Potter fans are intimately familiar with the universe. So it was a lot less exposition, but a lot more imposition. I felt like you said there was a lot of talking, a lot of conversations that were a little bit on the heavy side, but it didn't detract from the movie itself for me. I liked more the fact that it was explaining a different side from what we had seen in previous movies.
And there's also a lot of assumed knowledge along with it. Like, if you don't know anything about the Harry Potter universe, you're not going to know instantly what some of the things were. Like, the spoiler alert, the scene with the nice little awesome necklace with the Deathly Hallows that was there. I started freaking out when I saw that. I'm like, oh my God, Deathly Hallows! But, that's me.
Well, knowing that Grindelwald was going to be in the movie in some fashion, and obviously he does show up at some point, which I'm debating whether we're going to actually spoil that one. So when Grindelwald was even mentioned, I knew that's as soon as I saw the symbols, like, oh boy, yep, this guy's the guy that brought that symbol out. It's like, oh, yep, he's hanging with Grindelwald. I know it. We all know it.
The thing is that when you start bringing these elements of the Potterverse together into this movie, as you said, Jason, you saw the Deathly Hallows symbol. I recognized it late in the movie, but you did correct me during the warm up that the symbol actually appears earlier when Graves actually hands off the necklace to
Credence.
When Graves hands off the necklace to Credence, that's the first time we actually see it in its entirety.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, and I like too how the movie was able to portray that the Harry Potter universe can exist without Harry Potter. I mean, I think that was a big part. Like, I don't have any problems with the characters from the books or all that, but it's like, it's nice that there's still stuff in the universe because I think it's a great universe.
Yeah, I will tell you, prior to the movie coming out, when on Pottermore.com, yes, I'm the kind of person that reads Pottermore.com, I was actually reading the history of magic in America just to get up to speed on this.
Yeah, well, again, you're right. It is a great universe. I've never been one personally as a huge fan of the Harry Potter universe, but what I can sit down and enjoy the movies and be familiar to some degree with how everything fits in. I don't have the intimate knowledge of all the characters and all the plots and subplots and all the backstories and history, but one thing that I am absolutely certain about is that if you're going to watch this movie, even if you're not that familiar with the Potterverse, you will enjoy it. If you are into fantasy and magic, you will really enjoy it because it has all the elements of a good movie. It has great writing, it has excitement, it has intrigue, it has good versus evil.
Characters with depth.
I could go on forever, but it has all the hallmarks of a good movie. And in fact, one thing I actually noted, I was talking to my girlfriend before I went to the movies to see this tonight, and she said to me, she goes, "You'll see some things that might make you think of Doctor Who." I'm like, really? Okay, why not? All right. And the more I watched the character Newt Scamander, I was like, holy cow, I would love to see Eddie Redmayne play the next Doctor on Doctor Who. That guy is as quirky as the day is long.
Pearl Mackie actually posted that on her Facebook page too, about him being a potential next Doctor. And I saw that, I'm like, yeah, I could get behind that.
I could see that too. And I'm not even a Doctor Who fan, so.
There you go.
Yeah, from what I've seen from the Doctor, yeah, I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
Although another side note that I saw this mentioned somewhere, and watching the movie and having a son on the spectrum, it's possible Newt Scamander is actually a little autistic.
I would be behind that as well. I mean, I could very much see him being a little bit on the autistic side. I mean, just the way his mannerisms, the way he talks, the fact that it's very difficult for him to make direct eye contact with people.
I mean, there's moments where he comes out, but for the most part, he's in his little world and exists there, and that's what he does.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If we're talking about actors and how good they are and how they fit into this movie, I have to say for me the unsung hero of this movie was Dan Fogler, who played Jacob Kowalski, and I sat there for the first half of the movie trying to figure out what movie I had seen this guy in. I'm like, I know I've seen him somewhere. Where is he from? It's a great movie. I know it. And suddenly it popped in my head right in the middle of the movie. He was in Fanboys. And I was like, holy cow. I was like, that's it. So, he plays Joe Everyman who rises to the occasion, becomes a hero without having to have special powers. And at the end of the movie, you really genuinely love this guy. You wanted to see him and Queenie succeed.
Yeah, see, I had that whole feeling about him too. I mean, I don't know, from Fanboys, it doesn't fit anything from the Potterverse because, well, it's ages in the past is when it takes place, like 50 years or something like that, and it's in America, but he just reminded me of some character that's already been in the Potterverse that we've seen before. But I can't place it. But maybe it's just how well he did. He just fit in the universe so well that it made me think that he belonged there.
Yeah.
And he was a damn nomad.
Or, for those intimately familiar with the Potterverse, a Muggle. So, yeah, I mean, you have a lot of character development, a lot of relationship development. At first when I saw Queenie, I thought, oh man, she just looks like a slutty version of Tina. But no, not really. I mean, she just immediately hit it off with Jacob, like that, bam. There was no pretense about it. It was they locked eyes, and that was it. Bam. These two, you knew something was going to go down with these two, and that was perfect. So, going through the other characters, we got the bare bones. Okay, now the bare bones are kind of a red herring as far as the bad guys, so to speak, because
which ones again?
The bare bones, who are basically the fake bad guys, or the ones who get
the Second Salem specific,
right?
The one snapping anti-wizard,
the anti-witch
nomad bastards.
Yeah. If I had to really give it an opinion on those characters, other than Credence himself, I think I only found any real interest in the little girl.
Except she was a red herring too. So
yeah, I mean that was a little bit disappointing. Modesty, the little blonde hair girl, I found her mildly interesting. I found Mary Lou mildly interesting because I wanted to see how they fleshed them out, but they didn't really flesh them out that much. It was more Credence that they brought in, and finally, and towards the end, it took me a little bit to kind of put together that there was something going on with Credence, and the fact that he was the host of an Obscurus. It's just this, yeah. It was kind of like I don't know. This is kind of cool. That's kind of cool, but that's not really cool. Meh.
I think that was a lot of the point of Modesty too, is to get you to think that she was the one, because
Yeah.
they don't dive into her too much. They see she repeats the mantra over and over again every time you see her, and then you see her, she just throws the flyers out because she don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And so it's like, huh. It's like, all right, this might be her.
Then she turns up with a wand, and it's like, ooh. And of course, we don't see the big bad show up and try to kill her. Don't know who it is until it's finally revealed.
Yeah.
A red herring us awesomely.
There was these were relatively secondary characters that were kind of, they extended the story out a little bit, but if you'd taken them out, perhaps they might have been a little bit, the story might have been a little bit more compact and a little bit more succinct and maybe a little bit more interesting.
I think Credence would have been a little too obvious at that point, though.
Maybe, but still, I don't know. I just felt like it dragged on a little bit too far. To eke out 2 hours and 13 minutes, for this film. I think that there was some exposition that didn't need to happen.
Yeah, but you got to consider they're setting up for 4 more movies.
Really?
Yeah, it was supposed to be 3, and then they decided now it's going to be 5. I don't know why they changed their mind or what they did with it, but I just know it went from 3 to 5.
Well, maybe they just started throwing down ideas and say, hey, we can do this, this, this. And maybe they'll drop different movies that'll be set somewhere else and be related, that all go to a major story in the end.
I think the one that it's really important to pay attention to here is definitely Newt Scamander. The guy has elements of being unhinged. When you most need him to be rock solid, he pulls it off. But when you let him loose a little bit, he kind of, you're like, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
Woo!
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah,
kind of like me.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they explain how Lita Lestrange affected him going forward, because I have a feeling there's a lot more there that we're not being told just yet.
Oh, I'm assuming she's probably, just by her name, she's some sort of ancestor. Well, not ancestor, but past relative of Bellatrix Lestrange, and well, we all know how bad she is.
True. Even I know that.
Technically, more of her husband, not her, because Bellatrix is part of the House of Black, alongside Narcissa Malfoy and Sirius Black in the future.
Hey, don't talk shit on Sirius Black.
Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, he was the black sheep of the family. He wasn't evil.
He's my favorite character.
Yeah, what about Narlac, the goblin there in the speakeasy, the blind pig? I was sitting there and I was like, I know that voice. I said, I'm willing to bet dollars to donuts that's Ron Perlman.
Yep.
And sure enough, it was. I was like, I knew it.
And he even had the cigar going, too.
Yep. I thought because I was like, man, it looks kind of like a Hellboy reference. I'm like, and it sounds like Ron Perlman. It's got to be. Yep. And sure enough, it was. The thing is that this movie, if I had to give it a rating, I would definitely have to give it probably 4 stars out of 5.
I'd give it 4 out of 5 wands, too. We got to do wands because wands.
Okay, so 4 out of 5 wands?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we're doing wands, bitches. Wands all up in my...
Okay. Of course, what will happen is we'll forget all about it. We'll be obliviated before next episode, and we'll go back to a more reasonable rating system. That's if we cover a movie. I don't know. We're getting kind of stretched on the movies, but
well, in 2 weeks is Star Wars, so enough said.
Oh yeah, that's right. Rogue One.
Star Wars, and I don't know when exactly comes out, but Assassin's Creed's coming out soon.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed is right after Star Wars. So basically, we've kind of been talking a little over the map. We've covered the movie pretty well. We've talked a little bit about the Potterverse in there. I like the fact that it's part of it and that there's a real connection to what's been previously established. But at the same time, that movie could stand on its own without any trouble.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yep. I just can't wait till the great finale of this one. Because this series, the great finale, is going to be Grindelwald versus Dumbledore. We know that's the battle coming.
Right, and so that sets it up. That sets it up for later on, which means that definitely ties it to the Harry Potter movies directly.
Yeah. Here, bonus quiz. Can you tell me where the 3 Deathly Hallows are right now as of the time of this movie?
I cannot. Can you, Jason?
As of 1929? No idea.
Okay. Ancestor of Harry Potter and his father, James Potter, currently has the Cloak of Invisibility. Somebody in the House of Gaunt, as in Voldemort's mother's side, has the Resurrection Stone set in a ring. And the Elder Wand, if he doesn't already have it, is in the possession in some way of Gellert Grindelwald himself.
Oh, very interesting.
Because Dumbledore gets the Elder Wand from Grindelwald, who actually stole it from Wandmaker. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I will tell you before I get too far.
Right. And, the other thing I did like about the movie, I just want to make one more note about the movie directly itself, was when they revealed Grindelwald, it was cast by none other than Johnny Depp himself. I thought
that was awesome.
Wow, that was a nice reveal. That was a real nice reveal.
That was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I started freaking out during that point also.
And of course, you get to the end of the movie, but I mean, it was so sad. It was so sad the end of the movie. I was like, come on, they're gonna break the rules and they're gonna let him keep his memory, and they don't. I'm like, ah.
He still has something there though. That he's not completely gone because like when
he sees Queenie, he rubs his neck, and also he's got
he just puts his hand like to his neck and all that, and he's got all the shapes of his pastries are from weird beings and stuff. I don't know if we're gonna see them anymore in any of the future ones because they seem like their part's probably done, but I have a feeling they probably end up getting together, is my guess.
Right.
Because I mean, Newt even makes a point of mention at some point in there. It's like, yeah, we don't have the same problem you do with mixing the magic and non-magic world. We're allowed to fraternize. You guys are do your own thing, but you're dumb. That's basically what it comes down to.
Right. So
Pretty much.
So in the main Potterverse, just so those who are not familiar with it, Muggles can mix with Magicals.
In 20s America, no mages and wizards cannot associate really with no mages in any real way.
Yeah, actually,
not friends,
I think that was
not lovers, not family.
A lot of the whole point there is they're trying to deny the existence of wizards and witches at all.
Yeah, they in America they went a little farther because of the whole Salem witch trials and shit like that.
Right. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, and that's why you got the New Salem crowd doing their thing.
So let's go down and get final thoughts on this. Overall, enjoyed the movie. I cannot wait to see where they're going with this because it's going to get epic. I mean, I'm the kind of person that when the 7th Harry Potter book came out, I went at midnight to pick it up, and I was reading it walking on the way home. That's how invested I got. So yes, being able to see what happens in America, and my prediction is that things are going to get turned around, and there's going to be a lot more association of no mages and wizards by the end of this. Because, yeah, there's got to be a change because they set it up to be changed. So, awesome.
For me, as I mentioned earlier, I thought the movie was spectacular. I really enjoyed it. I also can't wait until the new stuff comes out. Like I said, I don't know where they're going with it. I do hope they continue following Newt a bit more. I don't know if all the characters are going to make it in. It'd be nice to see them again, but I'm really interested to see where things go with Newt and just where it goes in general. And, I mean, it'd be awesome to see where, if and when they bring Dumbledore in later on, because I always thought he was pretty damn awesome too. So I really like to see the tie-in, although that's God knows how many years off in the future. But that's what I'm looking for.
The big question, though, will Dumbledore kind of get doe eyes for Grindelwald when he sees him again before they fight? That's the question. Don't know? Oh, well.
Don't know. I'm not in the loop with the script, unfortunately.
Well, Dumbledore is gay, so.
Oh, yeah.
For my final thought, I have to say, as a relative, sort of sideline observer when it comes to Harry Potter and the Potterverse.
Muggle.
Damn near Muggle.
I just called him a Muggle.
I love the movie. Absolutely love the movie. Would probably see it again if asked to see it again. So, really enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what comes up next. Would definitely say I identify more with Jacob than any other character, so hopefully I see him again. But as far as the storyline goes, I am definitely interested in seeing where they go.
All right. Awesome.
And that's all the time we have for this episode. This has been the Red Shirt Geeks. I'm Lars Di, the pseudo Kiwi.
I'm the illustrious Patrick M.
I'm Jason, the formerly fired.
And still fired, but we'll be back again.
You're fired again 37 more times.
In a row?
Did we do that joke last time?
Yeah, we did.
Shit.
Be sure to check us out online on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and our website, redshirtgeeks.tv.
It's all under Red Shirt Geek somewhere or another.
See you, folks.
Red Shirt Geeks!